first, let me explain how my daughter seen my chest and thought I had boobies. She's young, she's young, so she didn't. You gotta explain it to the youngsters. She, Daddy, do you got boobies? Like a woman? You got? I said, let me explain. Daddy's buff. Daddy works out. This is different. Daddy doesn't have boobies. I had to explain it because she a kid. But what y'all gotta understand, what y'all not finna do, is bury my nigga Don Chief. I'm sorry, I'm not going for it, and I'm not even from Dallas. Look, let me break this down for y'all. Y'all seeing Don Chief get a lot of traction. Let me make y'all understand this. Around that Rick Ross, Gucci, Jeezy, Real Doughboy, out that whole come on the scene with the big bracelet and the big chain and the shades and hood legend stuff. Don Chief was Texas version of that. So what y'all not finna do, y'all not finna sit out here and throw my dude name away like that. Y'all not finna bury my nigga like that. No. That was around the time I came to Dallas. Chief put on for Dallas, man. Y'all might have to go look at his old. Don't listen. Look, don't do this. This is what I want y'all to do. Don't look at now. Don't look at his interviews now. Go back to 2005, 2006, and look at him and imagine being young around that time. Imagine listening to Jeezy, Gucci, Rick Ross, all that stuff, and then imagine if you had just seen this dude. That's what you got to do. You got to jump in a time machine with him to see his movement. Man, Chief was killing shit, man. I used to hear a lot of different shit from Texas. And whenever I heard Don Chief, I used to be like, who was this nigga? Who was this, though? Man, look, y'all not finna bury Don Chief like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if y'all don't know, go back and listen to the quality of his music. This dude was independent. Listen to the quality. Listen to his delivery, his swag, his togetherness when he came out. Y'all y'all youngsters like to bury new rappers. I mean, y'all like to bury OGs and all that, but I'm not gonna let y'all do Chief like that. No, I'm not letting it happen. Go look at his old stuff. When you type in Don Chief, make sure it's from 12 years and back, 10 years and back, and look at all his street documentaries. Go look at all that, and then tell me about Chief. Chief had more swag back then than new rappers today. Like the new swagged out era of today, Chief had more swag back then. Chief had the Louis V hat with the Louis V shoes, coat, scarf, all that 12 years ago. He was dressing like Jim Jones and them 12 years ago. Y'all go look. Go back and look at Don Chief. Before y'all try to say, oh, washed up rapper, he tripping, woody woo whoop, he ain't. Just do this for me. Before you try to look, I know what people do. I know what youngsters do. They get on the internet, they see this dude, Don Chief, trending on a bunch of stuff. They look at all his interviews and he's just an old dude hating. Before you do that, type in Don Chief, make sure it's 12 years, 10 years or better old, and then put yourself in a time machine back when the long white tee and Jeezy and all that was out. Put yourself in a time machine and imagine listening to it then. And tell me Don Chief wasn't the nigga. Man, y'all not finna do this. I let y'all youngsters get away with a lot of shit. I let y'all get away with saying Pac was garbage and Nas is weak and the NBA back in the day was soft and Jordan would have never made Jordan would have never made it today because Jordan couldn't shoot threes. I let y'all do a bunch of weird ass shit. But the one thing that y'all could see, Don Chief was dear to me back then because Dallas had a lot of like dance and jig music. And I kind of didn't like that neither. I was like, damn, why they want to put nobody like Chief on? Why they want to put nobody like Twisted Black on to represent the DFW? Why they doing all this dance shit, all this My Dougie shit? And My Dougie shit was cool. Mr. Pookie, Mr. Lucci was cool. But I'm like, this nigga right here, this Don Chief nigga right here, this the nigga that I fuck with when it comes to Dallas. Y'all go look at all the old, around the time when the Smack DVDs and all that shit was coming out. Y'all go look at Don Chief back in the day and tell me that wasn't the nigga. Y'all quit playing with Don Chief.